In a groundbreaking operation exposing the nexus between drug smuggling and cryptocurrency laundering, UK authorities have dismantled a drug trafficking network that imported unregulated pharmaceutical drugs from India. The gang, operating across borders, used cryptocurrency to launder proceeds from their illegal activities, further complicating the financial trail. Three people, Salman Ansari, his wife Juhi Ansari, and Waqas Saleem, were found guilty of cryptocurrency laundering and drug smuggling. Financial investigations revealed that Salman Ansari had over 11 bank accounts in his name, with a credit turnover of £1.09 million, which vastly outweighed any declared or legitimate income expressed to HMRC. Between March 2018 and September 2021, over 158 transactions were made from Salman Ansari to his wife Juhi Ansari, totaling more than £265,000. And during the same time frame, Juhi Ansari sent over £147,000 to Salman Ansari. It was also established that Salman Ansari sent Waqas Saleem over £7,000 during April 2021 and July 2021. Additionally, various complex money laundering techniques were utilized, where funds from illicit sales were made in various cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and USD and transferred to individuals in India. Additionally, Salman sent funds to India approximating to $62,120, around £46,458. And similarly, Juhi Ansari sent approximately $55,050, around £41,194, also to India. The raid, which uncovered over 730 kilograms of illicit drugs, underscores the alarming scale of modern organized crime and its devastating societal consequences. Investigators found that cryptocurrency was used to facilitate transactions and move the proceeds, highlighting the evolving methods of criminals to evade detection. All three people have been sentenced for their role in the large-scale importation and distribution of unregulated pharmaceutical drugs into the UK from India. These drugs were then repackaged and distributed internationally, with some transactions reportedly being conducted using cryptocurrency to evade detection and facilitate the illicit trade. The three defendants were found guilty during a 6-week trial and were sentenced at Southwark Crown Court. Salman Ansari, 33, of Central Road, Wembley, was found guilty of 12 counts of possession with intent to supply drugs, Class A, B, and C, 1 count of conspiracy to supply Class C, and 1 count of money laundering. Some of the illicit transactions were linked to cryptocurrency to avoid detection. Salman Ansari received a 6-year sentence. Waqas Saleem, 33, of Sylvia Gardens, Wembley, was found guilty of 12 counts of possession with intent to supply drugs, Classes A, B, and C, 1 count of conspiracy to supply Class C, and 1 count of money laundering, with some of the drug proceeds being moved via cryptocurrency. Waqas Saleem received a sentence of 2.5 years. Juhi Ansari, 32, of Central Road, Wembley, was found guilty of 1 count of money laundering and received a suspended sentence. She will be required to complete 100 hours of unpaid work and 25 days of rehab, with part of her involvement tied to the use of cryptocurrency for money laundering. Detective Constable Syed Shah, a dedicated officer from the Serious Organized Crime Team at the City of London Police, emphatically declared, "Today's result is the culmination of numerous law enforcement agencies working together from across the world over a period of more than 3 years." The illegal importation of drugs has a devastating impact on the public. These drugs in particular are subject to an emerging trend of misuse due to their availability and affordability. Many of the drugs seized are unregulated products for the UK market, with the investigation team encountering counterfeited brands such as Xanax with flubromazolam, where the pill's dose and potency unknown. The withdrawal from drugs such as pregabalin can be more severe than opiate withdrawal and presents the user with a risk to life. Over 730 kilograms of drugs were seized during the operation. This included strong opioids such as tapentadol and tramadol, and benzodiazepines including zolpidem, zopiclone, and nitrazepam. Both types of drugs are commonly misused for their sedation effect and can be fatal when combined. In total, there were more than 1 million tablets seized. In total, there were 9 different drugs that were categorized as being Class C, zolpidem, zopiclone, nitrazepam, tramadol, adazolam, pregabalin, flubromazolam, bromozolam, alprazolam, 1 Class B cannabis resin, and 1 Class A tapentadol. This investigation involved partnership working with colleagues from UK Border Force, as well as crucial support overseas from US law enforcement, principally the Homeland Security Investigations, HSI, Customs and Border Patrol, and the Food and Drug Administration, FDA. The investigation can be traced back to October 2020, where US Customs and Border seized numerous shipments sent from the UK found to contain illicit pharmaceutical drugs. A referral was then made to the City of London Police's Serious Organised Crime Team, SOCT. By tracing the packages being sent from the UK, SOCT were able to identify Salman Ansari and Waqas Saleem being responsible for the shipment of the drugs and the location they were storing the drugs. Information sharing with U.S. counterparts, the Food and Drug Administration, FDA, led to successful warrants being executed in June 2021 in Vermont, USA, where pharmaceutical drugs were found at a property. By tracing the packages being sent from UK airports to JFK, officers were able to identify drop-off locations of the drugs, as well as vehicles used by Salman Ansari and Waqas Saleem. This led City of London police officers to a storage unit in Wembley. Following a focused and in-depth proactive investigation, Salman Ansari and Waqas Saleem were arrested in July 2021, and both were arrested within the storage unit for conspiracy to supply controlled drugs and money laundering. Contained within the storage unit were a significant quantity of large cardboard boxes, which contained thousands of blister packs of what purported to be pharmaceutical-grade drugs. These included tramadol, zopiclone, adazolam, Xanax, nitrazepam, zolpidem, pregabalin, as well as what was believed to be cannabis resin. A total of 175 exhibits were seized from the storage location. At the same time, SOCT officers attended the Ansari home address and arrested Salman's wife, Juhi Ansari, for money laundering. All defendants put in a plea of not guilty. However, during the 6-week trial, extensive evidence was put to the jury which outlined the global drug network that Ansari and Saleem had orchestrated. The jury were unanimous in their verdict of guilty on all counts for all 3 defendants. Detective Constable Syed Shah remarked that individuals who have supported or financially benefited from the criminal operations now find themselves under the scrutiny of ongoing investigations, with law enforcement focusing on them both in the UK and internationally. Special Agent Fernando McMillan from the FDA Office of Criminal Investigations, New York Field Office, highlighted the risks posed by the sale and importation of unapproved pharmaceutical drugs across international borders, emphasizing the dangers to public health. He expressed appreciation for the collaboration with the City of London and various law enforcement agencies in holding these criminals accountable. He further noted the importance of continued vigilance and collaboration with counterparts in the UK, underlining the commitment to enhancing international cooperation and enforcement strategies to combat the illegal shipment of regulated products. Special Agent Michael J. Kroll from Homeland Security Investigations, HSI in New England, reflected on how the pharmaceutical smuggling network was effectively disrupted and dismantled, thanks to the dedicated efforts of law enforcement agencies working in tandem on both sides of the Atlantic. He pointed out that in a global society, criminal activities extend beyond national borders, making it essential for international collaboration to address transnational threats and create a safer world for everyone. This successful international operation serves as a stark reminder of the interconnected nature of global crime and the increasing sophistication of criminal networks. By utilizing cryptocurrency to launder proceeds and obscure financial trails, these drug traffickers sought to exploit the anonymity offered by digital currencies. However, through meticulous investigation and international cooperation, law enforcement agencies were able to dismantle this illicit operation, highlighting the crucial role of collaboration and intelligence sharing in combating transnational organized crime. Your perspective matters. How far do you think criminals will go to hide the traces of their illegal activities, especially when it comes to new technologies like cryptocurrency? Can the growing use of cryptocurrency to launder money and hide criminal activity be effectively stopped? Or is it a constant battle for law enforcement? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for updates on similar stories. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your voice matters in these discussions. See you next time.